Today's topic is choosing a lender. I will always tell buyers to pick somebody local. Typically, the best choice is the bank that you already bank with, that you have deposit accounts with, that maybe you have a car loan with. But I've had a lot of buyers that would prefer the anonymity of being online, just clicking and applying without having to actually speak to a person. And I understand, I guess, the ease of doing so. But a lot of those online banks are actually mortgage brokers, which means they're finding you a mortgage with a bank and they're not actually the lender themselves. And that causes quite a few hassles throughout the whole buying process once you have an accepted offer. In the last 6 months, I've had 2 different clients that had to deal with one of those companies. And things that have come out of it, typically, I come to expect, whether it's Rocket Mortgage, Amerisave, US Bank, Wells Fargo, they all have a team of people that are handling your file, and a lot of stuff gets dropped. In the 2 cases that I'm talking about, the closing date has had to be extended because they didn't process the paperwork in a timely fashion. And I imagine that's because they're dealing with a huge caseload versus your local lender who isn't. They're a much more personable and customer service oriented. They want your business. And in one case, a VA loan, they extended it 6 additional weeks, at which point the sellers said, we're done. We're not waiting any longer. 12 weeks to get a loan is too long. And that was because they were using a company that's a mortgage broker. And that mortgage broker was looking for a lender that would handle VA loans. And it was a third party. And the information traveling from one company to another company to the VA was just causing all kinds of delays. More recently, I have a buyer who has submitted documents 3 times to 3 different people. It doesn't get uploaded into the file, and it's just become annoying and tedious. And again, closing deadline had to be extended because the lender wasn't doing things in a timely fashion. Another case point, people shop around for the lowest interest rate, which sounds great. I understand that that's certainly something to be looking for, except the corporate company they found online didn't explain that to get that lower interest rate, they were going to have to pay discount points. Basically means you're paying interest up front at closing to get a lower interest rate. So while they thought they were paying $6,700 for their down payment, they actually were paying an additional $6,500 to get that lowest rate. So that came up to $13,200. Not something they were expecting. And having that surprise come at closing wasn't beneficial. So it pays to shop around, but it pays more importantly to shop local. Do business with a local lender who has customer service skills beyond any big corporation.